Well, well, well. This is the old biologist coming to you again. Out here doing a little scouting while it's hot. Because one thing I've learned over all the years of working with them and chasing them is that if it's hot, deer don't move. If it's hot and windy, sure enough don't move. And if deer don't move, you ain't gonna kill them. So I try to capitalize on opportunities to get out here and look around, find a feed tree, find a funnel, find somewhere next to some early successional, newly established timber, thicker cover habitat. And we do have the early primitive weapon season going on here in Mississippi. So I need this orange vest. But I wanted to talk with y'all very briefly about an epidemic, a sociological epidemic within the hunting community that that is threatening to change, or has changed, deer hunting, and is threatening to change turkey hunting. Way back when I was in the deer program first starting out, about 07, we were mandated by a commissioner, a very influential commissioner on the state board, appointed by the governor, of course, that made decisions on laws and regulations about wildlife conservation, that we were to look into how we would allow supplemental feeding of deer in Mississippi. And the deer program sat down and we drafted about the best silk purse we could make out of that sow's ear. We decided number one had to be a protein ration. Number two had to be in a creep style or a trough style covered feeder. And the feeders had to be 200 yards from any property boundary or deer stand. And they had to be out of line of sight by land features or vegetation. How y'all think that ended? We come out of that fecal sandwich with a pretty decent little idea. Said commissioner was practically untouchable at that point in time, and he went and met with the leader of the deer program at that time and the chief of wildlife, and it got bastardized. We had to allow corn during certain months because, you know, you got to feed deer corn. That's what they eat. He got it dropped down to 100 yards and out of sight. And he added spin feeders to the trough style and creep style feeders. Like a spin feeder is worth 2 squirts of urine in meeting a deer's nutritional need. All it is it pulls them out and lets you shoot at them. At least the 1 or 2 does and fawns that come to it after the first 30 elk goes off, but I digress. Over time, it went to corn all year. started out, corn could not be in contact with the ground. Unfortunately, we still have that as illegal, but enforcement's a challenge. 100 yards and out of sight went away, and corn was allowed all year and all season. And we have now, it's socially acceptable in Mississippi or most of the deep south, anywhere to shoot a deer over bait. And we've got a whole culture of young hunters that have been trained to sit in a blind or a shooting house and shoot deer over a feeder. And they can't wrap their mind around why, if I can shoot a deer over a feeder, over bait, why can't I shoot a turkey? And the ability to find travel corridor feed trees, the ability to find funnels, the ability to identify trees, know an overcup oak, a white oak, shoe marred, cherry bark, all that is gone. So, hunter skills are fading away. Hunters being woodsmen has devolved into hunters being shooters. And instead of spending time scouting, they go to the local feed store and buy them a pallet or two of corn and pour it out there for a deer to eat. So I want to challenge anyone watching this video to try to hunt without bait. Just try. Try to find you a tree that deer are feeding under. And everybody around you baiting is no excuse. Yeah, in some cases it's valid, but I hunt on 45 acres. Everybody around me feeds. And I kill a deer per 8 to 10 acres on that 45 acres every year. Have a couple of food plots. Food plots are different than a bait pile because it's eating at the all-you-can-eat buffet, not eating chili out of the same bowl. I have discussed that. I will discuss it again. There is a difference. You don't have nose-to-nose contact and saliva and urine and feces dropping in the same patch of groceries the size of a truck hood. So take your map, take a walk, get you a tree book, get you a field guide. There's apps you can get on your phone. Get out there, learn trees, learn acorn preference, learn what a white oak is, learn what a nuttall oak is, learn what a shoe marred oak is. And white oaks are not all the time the highest preference acorn. Swamp chestnut, another great one. Learn what a persimmon is. Spend some time in the woods rather than at the feed store. So get out there and do work. Go to the woods, spend some time learning trees, learning the terrain. Because that will carry you further as a hunter and teach you more as a hunter. Learn preference. Learn where they want to be at certain times. I'm going to close with this. Is anybody that has to have a pile of corn to kill a deer in the deep south, especially in Mississippi or Alabama, you're a sissy. I just said it. You don't have any woodsmanship skills. Don't settle for that. Get out there and be better. Learn something. Do some leg work. All those public land hunters, I'm sure there's somebody somewhere that hunts public land that's listening to me. Y'all don't have that option. You got to learn about deer. You got to learn about turkeys. You don't have the ability to just put a feeder up, shoot over it. Y'all can be excluded from that, but all of y'all that take the easy road and the lazy road of hunting over a feeder need to really rethink why you do this, because there's more to it than just pulling a trigger. And with that, I'm going to hang this up. And if you agree, disagree, feel free to comment. If I made you mad, I'm sorry, but I really don't care, because I've got a lot of time invested in my skill set, a lot of sweat. I don't want it to become socially acceptable to shoot deer and turkeys or any game animal over a pile of bait except maybe a feral pig, and they're just a nuisance. They're a cockroach. So y'all get out there, spend some time in the woods and learn something. This is the old biologist. Please like and subscribe. Even if I make you angry, I'll make somebody else angry before too long. Y'all have a good one. I got to do some work.